Minister, thank you for accepting to come before the Senate. After a decade of Liberal red tape and stalled projects, the result is clear. Investments, Minister, are leaving Canada. Enbridge now invests 2/3 of its $30 billion a year in the United States. And I quote, where they say the opportunities are better, end of quote. Imperial Oil is cutting 900 jobs, most of them in Calgary. Your government has added yet another layer of bureaucracy with Bill C-5 instead of repealing its own anti-energy laws like C-69, C-48, and the oil and gas emissions cap. Why create a new law to bypass your own barriers rather than simply abolishing them? With this irresponsible approach, you're fueling the American economy while the Canadian economy, Minister, continues to suffer.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Senator. I'd invite you to come with me on some of the trips I've been on in the last few weeks. I was in Gaspésie this past weekend where there's a multi-billion-dollar new smelter being built and where we just provided funds for 2 new phosphate mines in Quebec. I was recently in Strathcona where they're building a multi-billion-dollar carbon capture and storage, one of the world's largest. I was recently in Squamish, where the Squamish Nation is building a multi-billion-dollar export facility. I was recently in Kitimat, where they just finished a multi-billion-dollar aluminum project. They've just started up, and we're shipping the first Canadian LNG to international markets, and we're in discussions about doubling the size of that, making it the second largest LNG facility in the world. And we just greenlight the Silicium project. So I would respectfully say that Canada is building right now.
Minister, your trips are all nice and dandy, and that perspective is very interesting. But the truth of the matter is the stats don't lie. International foreign investment is flooding to the United States compared to Canada, and our foreign investment in this country is at the lowest level it's been in over a decade. These are the facts, Minister. You promised to make Canada an energy superpower capable of standing up to the Americans, and now you're considering reviving the Keystone XL pipeline, not because Canadians asked for it, but because Donald Trump asked for it. Is this the Liberal vision of strong sovereignty, to promise to stand up to Americans, only to end up obeying Donald Trump?
Monsieur le Ministre.
Again, respectfully, I would disagree with the perspective. Canada is building strong. Our Prime Minister set as a goal from our new government to attract $500 billion of new investment to Canada. In the first 5 projects that we announced as part of our major projects office, $60 billion of private sector money has been attracted in just those 5 projects, and there are many more, like the Silicium project, like the project I saw in Saguenay. So I would respectfully say that Canada is building. It's building at a pace it has not done in a long, long time.
Senator Houssakos, une question additionnelle.
Senator Houssakos, additional question.
Building at the slowest pace we've ever built in the history of this country. Minister, in September, more than 90 leaders from Canada's energy sector, including those from Suncor, Enbridge, TC Energy, and CNRL, wrote to the Prime Minister Carney, for the 3rd time, calling for 5 clear changes. Number 1, streamline regulations. Number 2, speed up project approvals, repeal anti-development laws, remove the oil and gas emissions cap, and promote Indigenous investment. These leaders, who represent millions of jobs and billions in economic benefits, said that they share the vision of a Canadian energy superpower. 6 months later, nothing has changed in any of these conditions. Why has your government has not implemented the changes that the industry has requested?
Monsieur le Ministre.
Respectfully, Mr. Senator, I think it's interesting that Premier Smith, who tends to be a pretty harsh critic, said she's never been as optimistic about the prospects for Canada, and she is very constructive on working with this government. So I think we seem to be doing a reasonably good job on that front.
Senator Housakos.
Again, Minister, I'll repeat, can you tell me which one of these 5 conditions you've ticked off? Streamlining regulations, speed up project approvals, repeal anti-development laws, remove the oil and gas emissions cap, and promote indigenous investment. Has any one of these happened? So this letter wasn't one of opposition, Minister. It was an offer of national collaboration with the government, signed by those who create this country's wealth and want to work with your government. Why did you ignore these leaders, Minister? Was Mark Carney's promise to make Canada an energy superpower merely a campaign talking point? And I say that from someone who's been in politics for a long time. We need to deliver in order to maintain credibility with the Canadian electorate.
Monsieur le Ministre.
So, Mr. Senator, I've been in business a long time, and I've been building things for a long time. And this government is making it easier and more effective to build. As the Prime Minister has said, it's not about if, it is how. We passed Bill C-5, the Building Canada Act, with the support of the opposition. And there are 5 criteria laid out in there that we are working towards. We've already announced the first set of projects. The second set of projects will be announced by Grey Cup Day. The third set will be announced by Stanley Cup Day, and then we'll have another set by World Cup Day.